Go ahead.
Welcome back, y'all, to What's on the Menu. Hey, we have a very, very special guest. We're so excited about it. This being our second episode, we already got the king of line dance himself, Cupid, in the building. Come on,
Yes,
clap
sir.
it up for him. Yes,
What's
sir.
up? What's
Yes,
up?
sir. Yes, sir.
How
Yeah.
Man,
does
welcome, man. We just happy to have you, and we just gonna jump into it. We just gonna have some organic conversation. This is home. We're gonna talk about it and we're gonna laugh about it, but most of all, we just want to appreciate you for being the dude you are.
I appreciate the
Absolutely.
platform, man. It's I told my boy Tarva, I said, I'm glad that I'm finally being able to speak on this whole line dance thing because it's kind of been, it's a
It's
lot.
Yeah,
big.
It's a lot.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right,
how
Nika,
does
you
it
had a question.
but
Go
how
ahead.
does it feel to have the family reunion anthem for so many years?
It's a blessing. I mean, it's a blessing because I feel like that the music that I make is the music that like the world needs. Like it bring people
Yep.
together, you know, all races, ages, just to see auntie them, the little sister, little cousin and them all dancing at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, that's a great feeling.
Exactly.
They gonna always
Exactly.
be out there. Hey.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's the craziest thing about it is that I don't care what club you in. That thing could be slow.
Right.
It could be dragging.
Bruh.
It could be
Woo.
folks sitting around. That
Man.
DJ put on flex. That boy, you see, hold my
Boy.
purse. Somebody got to hold my purse.
Man.
Go
Man.
women, like hold my
Oh,
purse. I'm finna go to
yeah.
the floor. It makes the club move, and from that point on, everybody ready to groove.
Yeah, man. It's
Right.
it's
Right.
it's cool, man. And it's a story behind that. I know we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, how we got to flex and everything, but it's a thing. Like this whole line dance thing is a thing. And being signed to a major label at one point, they didn't get it. And a lot
Yeah,
of people didn't get it when I did Cupid Shuffle, man. But now, people want
Mm-hmm.
that kind of music, Fellas just don't want to dance with their girl. Just straight
yeah.
up. So
Right.
What
and ladies.
inspired it?
So I started off writing, and singing and performing with male waiters. I started off as a Southern Soul blues singer, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
2003, 2004, 2005. I was on the road with Mel, Marvin C's, Big Cynthia,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Wow.
all of them. And we'll go to the different spots, and I would just see people doing electric slide, doing a cha cha slide. But I'm a singer though, like I'm a singer
Right.
for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
Right.
but I just I'm from Louisiana. I'm stuck in between Houston and stuck in between New Orleans. So I got a big bounce influence, a big Texas, screw drink
Mm-hmm.
up in my cup, man, hold up kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm stuck in between that. Plus Zydeco is really big here. So it's like my music it was hard for me to make slow music, but I wanted to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, and I love to dance. I was one of them type of people that go in the club and dance from 9 to 2. You know what I'm saying? I was in there
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
getting off.
Getting it.
So,
Gee.
long story short, man, I mean, I wanted to just put it all together and come up with a line dance. Had no idea it would blow up. Like it was
Wow.
no strategic plan,
Right.
Yeah.
none of that. And
Mm-hmm.
the story of how I made it is really crazy, man. But at the end of the day, that's the lane God carved for me. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Like
Yeah.
he want a lane for people, music where people can enjoy themselves, and not gotta edit every word, bleep out every word. I
Yeah.
got kids now, so I'm glad that I was always like in the lane to just make fun party music, and I just think that finally it's starting to have a name. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that, y'all.
Man,
You know,
that's
that's
something you said right there. That,
mm-hmm.
God created that lane and your background is really coming transversing from gospel into that, being able to sing
Exactly.
and take that soul
Mm-hmm.
and that cleanness into it and make people, get up and move and smile at the family
Mm-hmm.
reunion at the club. So man, it's
Yeah.
always a plan and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And when you in the music industry, a lot of times the music executives try to tell you, like, they'll say, "Oh man, yeah, you need to do this, but you need to do a ballad too, and you need to do this
Hmm.
and do that." And they
Mm-hmm.
try to steer you away from
Mm-hmm.
what got the attention of why they picked the phone up and call you anyway. So
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
when I started owning it and stopped trying to
Mm-hmm.
be like, because here's the number one question. So Cupid, what you gonna do after the Cupid Shuffle? Aren't you worried that people are gonna think that you're just the Cupid Shuffle guy? And I used to take that and let the devil trick me to think that that's what I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to do.
Yeah.
But when I started embracing it,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's when
That
Flex,
took off.
Love Slide, they all just start coming back to back.
Man.
So,
Wow.
I'm learning, I've learned throughout my journey that you got to respect the blessing that you asked for. And shoot,
Right.
ever since I've done that, man, it's been just like watching the world dance, man.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
You know
awesome.
what? I got something that's completely off the, not on this subject, but you sort of kind of touched on it. So what I wanted to say, so you were sort of kind of born as an R&B vocalist, in the church choir, you enrolled into the University of Louisiana with a full scholarship, ran track. Now, bruh, listen, you talking to two real deep rooted athletes, here I
Yeah.
ran track, played football, basketball, George basketball. I
Okay.
want to know, I want to know something off the record. What was your event? What was your event that you ran in?
I was a 100 meter and 200 meter runner, man.
Wow.
I ran 2 years it was USL at the time, University
Yeah.
of Louisiana.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah.
I'm a country boy and I had never seen girls from out of town. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to college,
Understood.
bruh, and I started singing at them talent shows and
We were
start
just
seeing
talking
these
about that.
these sororities and singing at
Yeah.
them little pageants and all that, and man,
Yes.
I ain't want to do nothing.
Yes.
I was trying to be famous and singing, bro. I wasn't trying to do no track.
Listen, listen, we were just talking because, now it's funny you're
Absolutely.
talking about that because we were just talking about how your pool gets so much larger when you start realizing and, the dating pool and when women seeing that you have money and this is all this kind of stuff, that is
Man, in college,
hilarious.
them girls from New Orleans came down to Lafayette, man, and they start,
Yeah.
and then you had the one from, and I- and
Yeah.
and I come, and so look, I come up from a time where, like right now, you can wake up in the morning and say, I want to be a singer. Go get you a cool outfit, put a TikTok
Right.
Anyway,
video up,
right,
and
Mm.
regardless
right.
how you sound, you
Mm-hmm.
could convince people that you a singer.
Right.
Yeah.
But I come
Right.
Yeah.
from the days when you would get booed.
Booed.
You had to get on these
Exactly.
Absolutely.
talent show
Yes.
stages
Exactly.
and
Oh
earn
yeah.
it. And music
Yes.
is one of the one, bruh. It's one of the one careers you don't gotta go to college for it. They ain't got no curriculum for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's
Right.
And
true. Wow.
these days you don't necessarily even have to earn it. Like I can't wake up in the morning and be a heart surgeon and say I want to do
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
music, I just come from a time where, man, if you wasn't good, I don't care if you
Yeah.
were singing Amazing Grace. They will boo you off that
Right.
stage,
Yeah.
bruh. And
Yeah.
That's true.
and from there, that's how I got my start on college campus, man. Just singing for all of the different fraternity and sorority events, and I used to do
Wow.
my thing. So that's kind of what pushed me away from track because I was doing so much stuff with the music. And
Okay.
but I love track, man. I still work out, I still run, I still do all of that stuff. But man,
See?
that singing was in my spirit,
Yeah.
man.
Oh man, we
Louisiana
see it.
has such a deep culture in music, man. It's just, just the culture of music. Even when you go to Mardi Gras and stuff like that, you just see
Mm-hmm.
these natural musicians, some guys, little kids playing instruments and the rhythm and the beats and the dancing, man. And it's just, I'm originally from Detroit, so we have
Congratulations,
Motown.
congratulations,
Yeah, yeah,
congratulations.
yeah.
Right.
The
Right.
Lions, son.
I'm a Buccaneer fan, so you got
Oh,
us, bro.
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
hey,
Congratulations.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, man, the rich history of that, man, it just resonates through folks that I know from Louisiana, man, and the
Mm-hmm.
cooking, the music, everything. PJ Morton
Mm-hmm.
is one of my favorite artists, and I mean, it's just so much there, man, and it's an untapped gem in Louisiana,
It
man,
is.
for
Yeah,
real.
man.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, and
And
Yeah,
it's
your music is not only in the Black community either. Cause I went down a rabbit hole, and when you talk about line dance, you got
oh my
everybody
God.
on beat.
Yeah.
everybody.
I
Yeah.
mean, grooving. I'm talking about people
Grooving.
who really wouldn't have, rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
For sure.
Okay, you got them gyrating on the dance floor. Okay, how
Yes,
does
Yes,
that
indeed.
indeed.
feel to have like so many different, the multicultural song for the most part? It's not
So
just
what?
in the
Mm-hmm.
Black community.
Yeah, and you're right. And one of the cool things is, Cupid Shuffle came out pre Instagram and pre TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
So now with TikTok and Instagram, like I literally wake up in the morning, I do my
Every day.
routine, and then I get on TikTok. and I
Mm-hmm.
got probably 200, 300 inboxes. Cupid, post my video up. So I'm looking at these videos, and it's coming from
Man.
the rabbit hole, the honky tonk
Right.
Exactly.
saloon,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. And I'm looking at them.
Exactly.
I'm like, man, they
Exactly.
really are like dancing to get reposted. And I
Yep.
mean, y'all, some I can't even repost. It's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can't post it. But
But
Wow.
yeah,
you
they
know,
get that.
you did give the instructions on how to do the dance, and you know how we do. Once we get the steps, baby, we gonna add our
We
little,
got it.
We're gonna
you
show
know,
out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
that
sir.
that
Right.
part.
Facts.
From the aunties to the Medias to the uncles with the Sam Adams. What are those shoes called?
Oh, you say
Stacey.
the
Stacey
Stacey Adams.
Adams.
Stacey
Stacey
Adams.
Stacey
Adams.
But
Adams.
Stacey,
You know, I don't know. That's before me. Okay. Yeah. But your music is, I mean, it's top tier, and you should
It
be
is.
very proud of yourself, and you really are the king of line dance,
Oh my
Thank
because
you.
God.
I'm talking about, you got people doing this as aerobics fitness, you know what I mean,
Everything, man.
baby showers, family reunions,
yeah.
even the repast after they done put their loved one on 6 feet under, they
Right.
Right.
still
Right.
Still
line
Right.
getting
dance,
it. Still
okay.
getting it. Yup.
Right.
Yup.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because you touched on something that made me think about this question. You said back in the day with us, you're right. We had, if you would get booed if you don't know
Mhm.
what the hell you're doing as far as singing and so forth.
Man.
So when you was making this hit song, did you have any hesitation releasing the single? Did you have any thoughts of, you know what, some not fear, because I don't want to speak that in existence, but did you have any type of hesitation or whatever?
So before I did Cupid Shuffle, I was 4 CDs in. But I was a local
Oh,
artist. I was
okay.
I was in like the Southwest Louisiana region. I was really, really big.
Oh,
I had a
okay.
song called "Swing Around the Rosie," which was a Southern soul kind of record, and I was big here. So
Okay.
I
Mhm.
had been doing stuff in the area. So, and I was always the guy who would do weird stuff. Like I would sing about,
Okay.
like I got a song with Pokey Bear right now that's real big in the Southern soul market called "Cornbread and Greens."
Wow.
That's
And
funny.
we just
Okay.
talk
Wow.
about, like, I'll sing about anything. But the truth of the
Okay.
matter is with Cupid Shuffle, this is how it happened. I'm gonna give y'all this is how the song happened.
Right.
Zydeco is big here, so you know that Zydeco tempo, that
Yes.
like that kind of
Mhm.
Yes.
Zydeco vibe,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a Zydeco song with a line dance. Um, I was going to pay my light bill, and there was a lady I used to play in the church, and she was the security lady at the light company. And she said, "You know what, Cupid? I love your music, but you need to stop singing all that rap music and go to the Lord." And look,
You
bro,
already said.
burn me up, bro. Cause I'm a church musician and I'm singing about
Right.
positive stuff, but I'm like, why I gotta
Exactly.
be like that? So when I got to the studio, I told my partner, I say, he say, man, you ready to whatever? I didn't even write it. I literally went in the booth and said, they say I'm a rapper.
Wow.
I say no. They say what you
Wow.
doing, trying to sing some Zydeco. I just let the music come from
Oh.
my soul so all of
Wow.
my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance. You got to move your muscle. Brand new dance is called a Cupid Shuffle. It don't matter if you're young or you're old. I'm going to show you how it go. Freestyle. Didn't write it,
Wow.
nothing. I was in
Wow.
the booth. I was
Wow.
so drove by this woman. Like, ma'am, like, like I don't rap. Because, when you young and you black, they
Mm-hmm.
instantly, if you're not singing, slow ballads, there's
Mm-hmm.
a fine line where you gotta be a
Yeah.
rapper. He
Mm-hmm.
ain't a
That's
Right.
balladeer, so he
amazing.
gotta be a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And for
Yeah.
me, I was like, okay, so I went in the studio and that's what I came up with. And put the little dance together. And I took it to the club that night. I used to have a club night on Thursday nights where I would DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed 3 ladies. It was 3 ladies in there having a drink at the beginning of the night. And I played that song 3 times. And y'all, within 4 months, it was the hottest song in Louisiana.
Wow.
Anywhere
Okay.
you went,
Wow.
Wow.
anywhere you
Wow.
went, it was just like this, instantaneous. But there is a reason for that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But that's kind of the story of how the actual words came from. Like I'm fearless. Like if you listen to some of my songs,
Right.
like
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I had a real hard divorce like a couple of years, like 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a
Mm-hmm.
song called "You Ain't Never Gonna Find Another Like Me." I didn't care. I'll write
Right.
because like I
Yeah.
feel like with music it's your therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just gotta be
Absolutely.
fearless with it, bro. And
Yeah.
When I got signed to Atlantic Records, man, I learned how people try to bottle your emotions and bottle your testimonies through
Wow.
music. Because the
Okay.
A&Rs, the smart guys,
Yeah.
they come in
Mm-hmm.
there and tell you, don't say that, man. That's not, yo,
Right.
B, yo, son, yo, B, that ain't cool, son, B,
Right.
and
Right.
then
Right.
they
Right.
hit you
Right.
with
Right.
that.
Right.
And then you really can't be who you are, man. And so when you say, going directly back to what you were saying, like, man, I'm fearless with music, man, because
Hmm.
one thing I learned with TikTok and Instagram, somebody might not like it, but somebody gonna like it. And the
Somebody gonna
only
like
Yes,
it.
people I
sir.
concern myself with is the people who like it.
They like it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's exactly
Absolutely.
right. And the
100%.
percentage is higher than like it versus not like it. So that's a
Yeah.
guarantee. I'll take those odds any day. I
Man,
love it.
appreciate it,
I
brother.
love it.
So
Oh
when
How
you
man, I
say
how
love
the
it.
dance, I'm trying to picture this. Like when you're in the studio and you're coming up with the words.
Hmm.
Now, what makes you say to the right, to the right? Like,
Okay, so
like,
so this is man, y'all get an exclusive interview because I'm actually just started shooting my documentary, and I'm gonna give y'all the
oh,
heads up of some stuff on the documentary.
Okay.
There's only 3 people in the world who understand how to make a line dance song. One
mhm.
has passed and gone. Rest in peace to the great Casper, Cha Cha
Oh,
Slide.
okay.
yes,
He
Yep.
sir.
passed
Yes.
on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout to
Yep.
Casper.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But me and Big Moochie. Now the secret is this, and imagine if you take a step with your right foot, what's the automatic natural thing your body gonna make you do next? Take a step with your left.
To the
Left.
left.
The left
Yeah.
foot. Right.
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 So it's really just body symmetry. All like
Mm-hmm.
it's what you normally would do if you were dancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not complicated. I
Okay.
watch a lot of these people try to make line dance songs and it'd be like shuffle to the right 2 times, then jump, then flip, then spin, then
Mm-hmm.
fly, then levitate.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And I'm
lost.
like, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like
They
you
Yeah.
lost
said,
me.
my sister, you said something important. You got to be able to make sure that they can do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
when I'm in the booth, I'm just kind of getting my groove on. And my grandma used to do this little move every time when she'll be at the,
Yeah.
that was her little move.
Absolutely.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
right,
Right.
to the left,
Right.
not kicking, not kicking. Now what flow with that? Now
Right.
walk it by yourself because you got to have a transition. Every line
Yeah.
Right.
there got to
Right.
have a transition.
Right.
And
Okay.
so I kind of put that together. You got to make the words kind of make sense. But the catch with me versus a lot of people is that I'm a singer. So
Mm-hmm.
I can
Mm,
sing it melodically to where it don't sound like
Okay.
instructions. It sounds like
Mm-hmm.
a song.
mm,
So when you
Mm.
kind of put that formula together, that mad scientist formula together, you can get songs like Cupid Shuffle, like Flex, like
Yeah.
The Love Slide and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. The groove is there. So you just naturally flow right into the groove of it. Yeah.
Naturally, it's like if you mess Cupid Shuffle, it's really it's really, really, really kind of
right.
impossible to mess Cupid Shuffle up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Right.
Yeah.
know,
And
Right.
some
you know,
some do though.
and
Very much so.
I was reading to the basis of you being a singer that you even went on The Voice, right?
Yeah,
And
Mm,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And CeeLo and them was like, man, if you'd sung another song, you'd have ripped it, you'd have tore them down. But it's amazing how your lane is so carved out that you ain't
Mm-hmm.
need nothing but what you've been doing to be a
Exactly.
blessing to your life, to people that's listening and all of that. So that's
Wow.
crazy how you just carved out a lane and really own that lane, man.
yeah, right.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
with the voice, that was God's way of slapping me in the mouth. Like
Yeah.
God was like on some like, you know what, bruh? Because I was listening to all of the people in the music business. Man, you need
Hmm.
to get you another hit, man. You need to do this. You need to get past the Cupid
Mhm.
Shuffle.
Yeah.
Now I will say, and
Mm.
I can't say in the detail, it's gonna be in my documentary. But it
Okay.
was a lot of red tape that went behind the scenes with the voice because naturally, if I sing the song on the voice, there was some red tape about ownership of Cupid Shuffle. If
Sure.
I got
Okay.
past the blind auditions,
Mm,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't give up I couldn't do it. It was
Oh
just a
no.
lot of stuff with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Right.
ultimately, man, ultimately for real though, I went on national TV and I told them people, it's no way in God's green earth y'all not gonna turn around. How does that even make any sense?
Hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
the singer of the song. That's like if Whitney Houston went on there and sung, you know, and I would always love you, and they don't turn. Like, how does that even make any
Right.
How does it
logical
make
Right.
sense?
sense
Yeah.
at
Right.
all?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
looking at these people
Right.
like as I'm singing on The Voice, y'all, and I'm thinking about what's going on the backside. And
Mhm.
as I'm going through the song, now mind you, I had practiced 2 songs. I practiced Cupid Shuffle and Marvin Gaye. I've been really trying, baby. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
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 I
yeah,
was
yeah,
ready
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But it was like, nah,
yeah,
yeah.
do Cupid Shuffle. I'm telling you, it's gonna work out. As I'm
yeah,
getting to the end of the song and them chairs not turning around, y'all. Real talk. Friend to
Hmm.
friend, I want to fight.
yeah,
I bet.
Right.
I
Cause I
yeah.
was
bet.
like, now y'all
Yeah.
trying to play me like
Play
like
They
you.
playing you.
y'all
Exactly.
trying to
Yeah,
play,
they
you know.
write that junk in there. They write
Yeah,
Right.
like
that. Yeah, they
y'all
write
made
Right.
that in. Yeah,
this
yeah.
whole
Right.
storyline up and took a
Mm-hmm.
piece of this
Absolutely.
conversation, a piece of this
Right.
conversation, and put it together. But long
Yep.
story short, when they didn't turn around, CeeLo made eye contact with me, and that's why he
Hmm.
said, "Hey man, sing something else," because he kind of knew what the play was,
Mm-hmm.
but he couldn't
Hmm.
really go against the grain of
Right.
his being
Sure.
on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, when
Hmm.
I got on the plane, I'm riding, and I'm telling y'all, it's like I heard the voice of God saying, "I told you." I told you,
Hmm.
don't play with me. You specifically asked for this prayer. You asked for me to
Wow.
be able to blow you up.
Wow.
You asked for me to take you
Wow.
a song that you asked for that. And you
I'm
went
gonna
on
give it to you.
TV and tried to
Mm.
get past my blessing. You're not bigger
Yeah.
than
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
That's
man,
real.
listen, I got up when my
Wow.
feet hit the ground
Hmm.
every time I did an interview. Somebody would be like, yo, so are you ready to get past the Cupid Shuffle? I say, I'll sing it in Spanish,
Exactly.
Japanese, Chinese,
Exactly.
Right.
however
Absolutely.
you want me to sing it,
Exactly.
because again,
Hmm.
we pray for things and then we really be having the audacity to pray
That
past
is
it,
so true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is so true.
you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I learned my lesson in
Wow.
front of, look, I had to come home and face that. It's people today who don't know the story, so they be like, man, Cupid, bro, why you saying that, man? You tripping me. People was in
Yeah.
Walmart, like, checking me.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Wow.
that.
What?
I
Wow.
was the donkey of the day the next day with Charlemagne and them.
Oh
Oh,
Like,
child.
it
wow.
was
That's
Oh
bad,
crazy.
bro.
wow. Oh
That's
wow.
crazy.
But, I will say, man, when God hand out them butt whippings, his be different.
They'd
Yeah.
be different. They
But
they they
man,
So,
I'm
hurt.
gonna tell you
They hurt.
that song, the Cupid Shuffle, and I believe Flex is gonna be the same way. Man, them I
Flex.
can
Mm-hmm.
hear "This Is How We Do It" and "Who Let the
Mm-hmm.
Dogs Out" and
yeah.
Cupid
Yeah.
Shuffle. Them songs ain't
All
going
this
nowhere,
all
man.
as they
You know what
run
I'm
But
them.
you
saying? They ain't
also,
going nowhere.
but he also didn't you get the World Guinness Book of World Records for that song, getting
Yes,
Oh
17,000
ma'am.
Line
yes,
people?
that's
dance,
right.
the most
Yeah.
people
Yes,
line
ma'am.
dance.
The most line. That's right. They
Right.
Seventeen
all.
thousand people
You
at the
still
Essence
hold that,
Festival or something
right?
It
like
was
that.
it
Or
was
yeah,
Yeah.
it was Cascade Park in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Cascade,
Yes, that's right. That's right.
the
Yep.
That's
home of the
right.
Freaknik.
Yep. Home of the
Man,
Freaknik.
man,
Oh
You
it
would
man,
was
know that, George.
I would know that.
he would know that.
Wow, that's amazing though. That's all that type of stuff, man. That is really
How did that come
symbiotic,
about,
you know.
though?
so
Like,
I know he on the
Hmm.
hot seat right now, but I gotta say, my boy Steve Harvey, I met him
Hmm.
in Charlotte, North Carolina, and
Okay.
I met him, man, and remember I told y'all that Cupid Shuffle was like the biggest song in Louisiana.
Hmm.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
had came down for Essence Festival, and he said on his show, "I'm trying to find the singer who made this little song go down, down something. I don't know what it is,
Are
but I
oh,
you
need to find it."
serious?
So I met him. I was performing in North Carolina. He was the host, and we went back to the RV. We chopped it up, man, and
Right.
he took me. He started bringing me with him to all his events. He brought me to the Disney Dreamers Academy. He brought me to the
Hmm.
Neighborhood Awards. He brought me to all of those things, and he really helped catapult my song in the culture of his radio show.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So he was like, "Look, man, this song is so big. Let's try to set a world record." And
Okay.
he was
wow,
hosting the
Wow.
Ebony Black Family reunion in Atlanta,
Oh
and
wow.
that's when he set it all up, bruh. And
that's
that was
amazing.
kind of like that match, bro. That just was like gone.
shout
Wow,
out to
Oh,
Steve.
Yeah,
shout
Shout out
out to
to
hey
Steve.
Steve.
man.
Yeah,
yep.
Shoot. Yeah,
wow,
God got a
that's
plan for you,
amazing,
man. I
man.
tell you,
So
that
so
is
how
awesome.
how long have you been recording or preparing for the documentary, and what's the process? That's got to be a lot of
Hmm.
data or a lot of
Oh, yeah.
stuff that you just gotta pull together. I bet that's a task like none other.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. This one of my very first like interviews, kind of about the whole line dance king thing.
Hmm.
This right
Yeah.
Hmm.
here.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I don't say much about a lot of stuff just because I'm real kind of like chill, but my career has been wild.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
the hardest part is for me to commit to just telling the stories because if so much has happened, from that I was on TMZ, for so many reasons that I almost got hit by a bull at a concert. Um, yeah, it's crazy,
Not a
bro. But
bull.
hey, that 4.2 speed kicked in on that bull
Yeah,
though.
Oh, Jesus.
I ate him
He
up.
said that 4.2 speed kicked
I'm
in.
telling you,
yeah.
man. It's been a lot of
Wow.
stuff, man. And
Mm-hmm.
so the hardest part of the process has been just me opening up to a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It forces you to have to deal with a lot of things that make that why I'm the way I am, and like my not good sides, like the thing, my bad tendencies, like you dig into them generational traumas, them childhood traumas, them young
Absolutely.
adult
Mm,
traumas. So
Absolutely.
absolutely.
it's crazy to have to deal with that, man. But I'm excited about it, bro, because when Casper died, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
my phone went crazy.
Hmm.
But the reason why it went crazy was because everybody thought I died.
Oh.
Wow.
Like
Correct. I
because
saw that. Yes. Yeah. I saw that.
it was wild because nobody could connect the man with the music. And
Right.
Hmm.
that
Right.
was like my light bulb of like, okay, Q, we got to talk about this song. This song has been
Yes.
a catalyst for the Black Lives Matter. This song has been a catalyst for the
Mm-hmm.
rioting. This song has
Mm-hmm.
been a catalyst for several elections. This song has been a catalyst
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of fitness. It's helped a lot of
Yes.
people. I've even had people come to me and say, hey, my daughter had brain surgery and her equilibrium was off. And we used
Hmm.
Cupid Shuffle to help her adjust for her balance. And
Wow.
Wow.
so many things. I was like, I gotta make sure I tell my story because the fact that when
Right.
Casper died, like nobody, like it was no like BET special. It was no
Right.
nothing. It was like, all right. And then Cupid, you like, man, you good? You straight? I was like,
Right.
I don't want to do that, man. I gotta let people know,
Yeah.
Right.
about this line dance story because I truly feel like Cupid Shuffle is the biggest dance song of all time.
Oh yeah.
It
It
is.
is.
No
Absolutely.
Like in
doubt.
my
No
spirit,
doubt.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
So
man. And it's
so in today's, I guess, music industry, what would you like to see more of in the music industry? What type of music, what would you like to see more of?
Brother,
I mean,
I'd like to like right now. I think we in a good place with music, and I don't know. I don't know what's on each one of y'all's Spotify
playlist.
playlist or
Mm-hmm.
Pandora, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's artists like PJ, it's artists like
Mm-hmm.
Masego,
Mm-hmm.
it's artists like
Mm-hmm.
Devin Morrison, it's artists like that who get a fair shot at being great
Mm-hmm.
because we can
Mm-hmm.
choose what we want to listen to versus
Right.
being pigeonholed of what we're supposed to
hmm
listen
Right.
to.
hmm
So I
Right.
think we're in a good space in the information
Okay.
the age. I just would like to see specifically with the line dance stuff. I just like don't I just I it's two things, y'all. One thing is when people call every song the electric slide. That's like scratching on chalkboard,
Right.
like
Oh
for
yeah.
me, because it's like
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't just. It's like when my mom used to say, "All you do is listening to that bit bop hip hop break stuff." And I'm like,
Right,
"Mama,
right.
it ain't. It's different stuff." So I'd love for the line dance stuff to have an identity, and also I just would like for positive to become more popular. Especially
Absolutely.
and look, and I'm gonna tell y'all like I
Yeah,
love
that's
all
real.
music, but I remember I was telling somebody I said, man, I said Glorilla could really be big. I just wish they would dress her up like MC Light, like cute, cause she a cute little girl. Put
Yeah.
her with a
Yep.
Yeah,
nice little
yeah, yeah.
swag,
Mm-hmm.
like a nice little
Mm-hmm.
swag, and
Mm-hmm.
let her rap, or
Yep.
like Flau'jae, my little homegirl play for LSU right now.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my
Flaw
She
gosh.
always
can flow.
clean.
Ooh.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
She
Now
right.
look, what the industry will do right quick is go get them, pull them up to the little doctor real quick, slice them up, and
Mhm.
then put something on them and have them talking about they private parts the whole album. So
Right.
I just wish that we could just have a lane of people that's gonna try to make positive popular. And I ain't saying like oh this and third,
Oh, sure.
but music like myself is like, man, like the music I kind of make, I just feel like for the importance that it has in the culture, it should just have a lane of other people that's coming in and just making that kind of music so you can have options.
Mhm. Yeah, I think money drives it too. Once
Right.
somebody sees something, because I was asking some younger folks, and we were sitting around playing cards, and I put on some what I thought was hip music. I put on 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne. They was like, "Oh man, that's old school." I
That's
said,
all
"Oh,
right,
that's old
right,
school."
right.
I said, "What y'all listening to?" In unison, they said, "Sexy Red." I was like,
Oh.
I'm like, what? What? This is where we are. Now,
Man.
shout out Sexy Red. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
right? But that is, it used to be real artistry now. And like you said, this is about some of the lyrics that she has. I'm like, I'm a G. So when they make me blush, I'm like, ooh, where is she
Bro,
talking
hey,
that
bro.
talk?
Bro,
She talking that
That
talk.
talk.
I know, right? And when you be
Yeah.
like, ooh, oh,
Oh,
oh.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, man.
the
And,
hook
You
is,
must just see the little girl singing the song, but that's another
oh,
story.
man, it
Oh
get
my
crazy
God.
when you
That's
become a
funny.
parent and like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
an adult. It really changes the complexion, and I never understood it
Ooh.
until I got a
Yeah.
little older. But I
Hmm.
mean, look, I'm big on variety. Like every now and then, I want
Mm-hmm.
to get super ratchet. If I'm with my partners and we going to a
Mm-hmm.
concert,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm
Right.
turning on XM radio with the XL at the bottom of the thing, and I'm going
Right.
hard.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
Right.
at the
Right.
same time, man, it can't be all just the Cupid Shuffle. That's the little thing we do whenever we eating chicken and potato
Correct.
salad with the family. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for it to be as important. Even like think about it. Line dance is so big. It's songs that people stop listening to a lot on the radio that resurge them. Like the Tamia record is. I love her record,
Oh
but you
man.
can't.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know if they play Tamia, it's we're nothing
Yeah.
good but
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Everybody on
yo,
that. Yeah.
like think about it, like songs like that. There's so many songs that um line dance has regenerated and like, spoke life back into them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
important. So let's just make it. Let's put it on that kind of pedestal, man. Like as a matter of fact, when you were asking me about the music, I'm part of the Grammy committee. I'm part of the Recording
Okay.
Academy committee,
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
I entered
Wow.
Flex in as for dance song of the year.
Yeah.
They took
Okay.
it out of that category
Wow.
and put it
Oh,
in R and
wow.
B.
Really?
Wow. You got to be
Really?
kidding me.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
crazy. It
So
would
it's
have
stuff
won that
like that.
hands down. Yeah. It's that
Oh
that
Well,
wow.
bureaucracy and that
no,
political.
yeah,
Yeah.
look, I would have
Right.
lost because Beyonce won for "Break My
Right.
Soul," but she was the first African American to
Yeah.
ever win it.
Yeah. That
And I
that
was
one
asking
was.
the people, like, yo, like, explain to me scientifically the difference between Flex and "Break My Soul."
Right.
Break My
Mhm.
Soul is not even R&B, is it? I thought it would be more
Well,
pop.
it's that dance where they da. So
Yeah.
it's
Dot,
B.
dot,
So
dot.
yeah.
It's the
You know
beat,
they
That
like to,
right?
little
The
that
you know
little
they like to
30
right.
steal
second
stuff.
riff.
Oh
Yeah.
Call
Yeah.
it
yeah.
Right.
they
Of
call it
course.
EDM, but it's really house music. Y'all started
Yeah.
that
Right.
that
House
Yeah,
Right.
music.
yeah,
Detroit.
Right.
yeah,
We
yeah,
know
yeah,
You
yeah,
house
know?
yeah. Yes,
music.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Man.
Right.
Wow.
So transitioning, I feel like you've done it again. You had Cupid Shuffle, now you have Flex, right? How does lightning strike twice?
Man,
Right.
straight up, man. I know I talk about God a lot, so y'all
That's
gotta
That's
all right
good.
excuse me
here.
if that
That's
That's
bothers
good.
all
That's
good.
all
anybody.
right.
No, sir. Go with it.
That's good. We good.
It was
Yeah.
during COVID, man. I was during
Mhm.
COVID. I was losing my mind. I was having a
Yeah.
Mhm.
breakdown for COVID because I'm from Louisiana, and like all we do is
Mhm.
perform a lot. Like we got the dog festival, the cat festival,
Yeah.
everything got a festival. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
out
Mhm.
all the time, and now we can't perform at all, right? I was like, God, if you give me a round two, I promise, whatever mistakes I made with Shuffle, I'm not gonna make with Flex. I promise, I promise, I
Mhm.
promise.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
there was two, there was two places that was wide open during COVID. Two. It was Houston and it was Jackson,
Oh,
Mississippi.
Atlanta was open too,
yes.
boy. We was
Oh,
wide
y'all was
open.
open
Oh
too.
wow.
Y'all,
To some degree,
y'all
Atlanta
was
was
open.
open too.
Y'all was open.
Right.
I didn't realize y'all was as open as y'all were till
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I made Flex, and I told myself, I said, I'm gonna make a real line dance song with literally no verses. I don't even care. I'm gonna sing, and I was in my studio just coming up with stuff, playing different chords, playing with Harmony
Mhm.
Engine, trying a few harmonies out. And I recorded it, and I taught my partners. So my partners came over, we did a little video, put it on the internet, and y'all, I just started getting all these videos from Jackson, Mississippi.
Mhm.
Jackson, Mississippi. And I'm
Right.
looking at these videos. I'm like, ain't y'all supposed to be in the house?
Right.
It's
Right. Right.
parties, it's trail rides,
Oh wow.
thousands of people out, everybody doing
Yeah.
flex. So I
Wow.
start reposting. And everybody who would send me a video that would get to like 500,000 views, I would cash app them. So
Oh
I'd be like,
wow.
look,
Mm.
man, show you some love. Here, look, I know it's COVID. Here, $500. Here,
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
$1,000.
Right.
And
Right.
word started to get out. Like, wait a minute, if I post a Fire Flex video, I might get a bag.
Mm-hmm.
So
Smart.
Yeah.
mid-COVID, I say, man, I'm gonna shoot the video. So they had a daiquiri shop that was like closed, but they opened the daiquiri shop. We went to Jackson, and literally from Jackson, Mississippi, it just did.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
Wow.
was just like TikTok was going berserk. And there's there's these guys called the Certified Steppers. There's this cat named I Am Official Cam. He would go to every club that was open and do flex, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just started to
Mm-hmm.
go from person to person to person. And what I did, I just never stopped pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally said to myself, if a record company has a promotion department that works from 8 to 5, that's gonna be me. From 8 to 5, I'm
Okay.
gonna be on this phone, pulling
Mm-hmm.
videos and then
Yeah.
reposting them. And
Nice.
it just became a connect the dot situation. Whenever celebrities from the big cities would come down to the country after that for their family reunions and stuff, they would learn to dance. Like I had some. I like to watch the wrestling. So um the Usos wife, Trinity, she doing flex at her family reunion. I'm like, oh, the wrestling. So I tagged the WWE. Some of the wrestlers start following me back, stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. And it's one of them kind of things, man, where if it sounds good sonically and people catch on with the dance, and
Mm-hmm.
not to mention for flex, I put a little hump in there. Because
Mm-hmm.
we like to give a little pump, a little
Yeah,
push
we
the
got to
button.
get it.
Thank
We
on
got
it.
to get it now.
Once I put that in there, oh, it was over. It was over. It was
Wow.
over.
Wow.
And it's been going, man. And I'm telling y'all, every day I thank God. I'm like, God, thank you, because the doors that you opened with this one, I could have never did by myself, because it started
Right.
during COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
And now, man, you can't go nowhere without hearing
Mm-hmm.
flex, man.
No, you can't. You
No, you
can't.
can't. You really can't. Absolutely.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So
That
do
So
is.
I
you
know you
get,
spoke of. Okay, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Naked. Yes, on you. Go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna say I know you spoke of the documentary, but do you have any other things coming up? Any tours? Any?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were supposed to be going on tour in the middle of February to Africa, but in the Middle East,
Hmm.
but they had that turmoil that was going on like right at the end of the year last year.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
we put a hold on that. But right now, y'all, I've been doing a lot of writing, which I love so much,
Okay.
because even though I do line dance stuff, I write a lot of R&B stuff.
Mhm.
Fortunately, but unfortunately, but fortunately, I can't put it out because
Mm-hmm.
that's not what people always want to hear from me. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
shopping music, shopping songs all over the
Mm-hmm.
place, and doing a lot of huge festivals. I got the French Quarter Fest coming up in New Orleans. Doing a lot of festivals and really just working on. Right now, we've been working for the past 3 months on perfecting the show, because when you go out on tour, I still got that talent show mentality.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I know. Matter of fact, I'm playing in Birmingham coming up too, February 9th.
Okay.
I love the stage. That's my piece. Is being on
Mm-hmm.
that stage, watching all them people dance and do whatever line dance I tell them to do. So, my sister, that's kind of like what I'm working on right now. I'm working on a few more like songs, and I'm really gonna just drop singles all year. But for the
Okay.
most part, that and I got a new line dance called the Cookout that's starting to blow up pretty
Oh, I
big,
Yep.
saw
I saw
that.
that.
and
Saw
Wow.
I saw that.
that.
it's starting to
Okay.
catch
That
on.
one.
So I'm on that one,
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. This cookout, man, I saw that's been blowing up. I saw on YouTube. You've been teaching people the cookout. I mean, it's like wow, and
It's
it's to the point where
We
actually
got
my
we got a
son was
formula.
like my son was like,
yeah.
ask him if
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna do any more of the cookout songs. I'm like, man, damn, you're 20 years old. What do you know?
Hey man, them youngsters when that beat kick in on
22 years.
Cookout,
Oh
like
yes.
I knew Cookout was gonna work, man. I was at this festival and it was like the most hood festival ever.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
was dudes in the back just thugging. And when the
Right.
beat came on, I'm doing the
It's
dance, but
like
I'm looking at the
what?
corner of my eye, and they back
Yeah.
there like,
It-
yeah.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. They ain't want to let go, but they had to.
They want to let
They
go,
be like, "Come
right?
on, man. Come on with that, man. Come on with that now.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna do the dance. I ain't gonna do the dance,
I
but
ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
buy.
it."
I'm gonna get some of
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
too cool.
Man, oh yeah,
Wow.
that's it right there for sure. That is definitely it, man. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
amazing,
man. Yeah,
man.
man. So it's a blessing, bro. I'm just enjoying it, and like I say,
that's good.
it's just so cool to be able to talk with people. Y'all all from Detroit?
No,
No, I'm from
we all live
Alabama.
in Atlanta, but
Okay.
Yes,
we
we all
in
live in
different
Atlanta,
places.
and I'm from
Yeah,
Alabama. Nika's from Atlanta also.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm
and
from
I'm from the D.
a whole bunch of places.
It's
Yeah.
really starting to blow up in
Yeah.
Atlanta, so I can't wait for my first. I played in Lithonia last year, and Atlanta go hard. Like the city Atlanta is cool, like the city part, but the
Hmm.
country folk on the outside, boy, y'all
Oh
go
yes, sir.
hard.
We go
McDonough,
hard.
I was
baby.
about to say the
Now you
country
southern
areas
it.
because I grew up
Go
in
on down
Athens.
south.
Right.
So I know how, as soon as that song come on, because it's another one, when Juvenile hit, but it's nothing like
Yeah.
when your songs come on, we are ready
Nothing.
for the whole 4 minutes or however many minutes it is. We are
Yep.
out there, okay?
Yeah.
I can't wait for
Putting
my
some
first
stank
big
on
Atlanta show. My
it.
first big Atlanta show, y'all gotta come jump on stage with your boy.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
We
Let
there,
We
us
will
bro.
be
We
know.
are
there.
there.
We are
Let
there.
us
We
know.
We are
I'm
there.
gonna be at the show
Absolutely.
in Birmingham, so D.
Actually, I
Tarver
was
probably
thinking
gonna
that
have
I'm gonna
something
come
to
to
do
the
with
show
it.
in
So
Birmingham.
I'm
Yep.
gonna be there with him
So
for
When
question:
is
sure.
the date? When is the date for Birmingham show again?
Feb 9th.
February 9th. I got
Yeah,
a
Got it.
question. Have y'all ever seen me perform live?
I
Mm-mm.
haven't.
I have not. I have not.
Man, y'all have to come. It's
I will
Okay.
be
almost
there.
like
I'm gonna be there.
it's almost like being at your favorite relative family reunion
Yeah.
and everybody drunk.
Right.
Got it. Got it.
It's people be jumping
Yeah,
on the stage. You like I can't wait for y'all. I'm looking
they
forward
go
to it because
crazy.
they go
Yeah.
crazy, man. It's just a big old party.
Okay. All
Wow,
right.
man, that is
We
Definitely looking
amazing.
coming.
forward to
We
it.
coming.
Oh, I'll be
February
there.
the
I'll
9th.
be there for sure. I will
Yup.
be there for
Definitely. We
sure.
coming.
I will be there for sure,
Absolutely.
man. We
Cool.
we um we don't know how much time you got, but we want to, man.
I'm,
We just thank you for
my
There we
Buccaneers
being
go.
here.
lost. I got all kind of time, bro. You can throw
Oh
it
man,
in.
hey, look. You know, we don't want to twist your arm, but we got some other topics here that that you can jump in with us and talk about. We talking about what should you do when you give a woman an engagement ring and y'all break up? That's our next topic.
Ooh,
Should she give
Does
it
she give
back?
it
Should
back?
she keep it? Should
bro.
she?
I don't know if you're ready for that.
Oh, he looking
I
in the
don't know if
sky
you're
for
ready for
this one.
that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you're ready for that. I don't know if you're
Yes,
ready for
sir.
that.
So that's a PSA now. I don't know if you want to jump
Right.
into this conversation.
Look,
Man, look,
yeah, hey,
Oh
whew.
Lord.
look,
Y'all
we've
go
been,
hard like that, huh? Well,
Yeah, we
yes,
go hard. Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
let me hang in for 5 minutes because I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm
yeah,
hanging.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
hanging.
yeah, yeah. Nika, go and kick us off on that one because you would be the
Okay.
quintessential answer for what a woman or
absolutely,
how this should go. Rock out with us.
absolutely.
Okay, what's the question again?
Give it to her, Greg.
So we want to know if we get engaged, we going through our process, and we decide to break up. Do I take the ring from you, or do I allow you to keep the ring? Which
Okay,
is it?
speaking from a person who was in that situation before,
Mm-hmm.
I kept the ring.
You
Oh,
kept
look
the
at
What
ring?
you
you.
gonna do with it?
You take it back to the pawn
Ta-
shop.
and get my money back. Get my my 10
Hey,
Baby,
G's or
ever
whatever.
since
My 2 G's.
Mariah Carey set the bar, okay?
What?
A ring is nothing. Do you not remember when Mariah Carey and the guy she was engaged to and she left and he had to pay her $50 million or something like
Yeah,
that?
the
Okay.
guy. Mhm.
So
But
I'm keeping the ring.
but hold on. So what you're saying is you said a ring is nothing. If a ring is nothing, then why can't you give me my ring back and I can be, I can just, I can get that crap to somebody else. Or I can,
I'm getting my
So
money
you
back.
really would
I'm getting my money
recycle the
back.
ring? You would
No, I'm getting my
recycle
money
it?
back. So let's put a price on there. Let's say this is a $15,000 ring. Let's just be,
let's say,
just find a nice round number. About
Hmm.
between $10,000 and $15,000 ring, right?
okay,
You're trying to get a
okay,
pretty decent ring, right?
right.
So you telling me what are you gonna do with it? You gonna walk around with it on your left hand
You're not gonna
or
do
what are you
nothing
gonna
with
do
it.
with it? You gonna probably
Exactly.
sell it. So why? I mean, if you don't like me and we broke up, I can't have my ring back. What's happening, Nika?
Right.
I'm probably gonna try to sell it, or it's just gonna sit in the
Cupid, you
jury
here?
box.
Cupid, you here? It
Cupid,
ain't finna
you
sit in the
hear?
jury box. See how you gonna get doggone cap on that? That's
Well,
straight
I'm
cap,
curious
girl.
to know what Cupid think about this because he has been showing his emotions through the screen.
So my thing is this: you
Yeah.
gotta be one step ahead of this one. You gotta go to your local flea market and go get the most cubic zirconian ring you can find.
A moissanite, I guess.
So look,
That
this what
is
you do. You
hilarious.
get the cubic zirconian first.
That's a good.
Jesus.
I think I'm
After
gonna do
she
that.
say yes, maybe
Oh,
about say like maybe about a year, like you know it's finna go down.
right,
Like you done got the tux, you done set the date,
right.
you hide the ring.
Mm.
You hide it. And then you
And
say,
then
you see like, I lost my ring. I lost my ring. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, don't even trip. We're gonna go replace it. Then you come with the real one.
real ring.
Oh, boy,
That's
And
game.
One
then
step.
That's
and then
game.
hey,
Oh, that's
what
Come
game.
you bring
on.
the
He
band
said one
together.
step.
You don't
ooh,
roll that dice on no $15,000 ring off the cuff. You gotta go to that flea
ooh.
market and get that
Exactly.
little
Ooh,
cubic cut.
Hey, since we were
ooh,
talking
I
about
ooh.
agree.
God, that sounds like scripture. Flesh and blood has not revealed that unto you.
Now, I'm gonna give that game to my son. I'm gonna give that
Oh
game to
man.
my son.
Oh
That's a good
man.
one.
Cause sometimes,
Listen.
cause my sister, and she can agree, sometimes. And look, I'm gonna get on the female side for a second.
Okay.
Sometimes when dudes give the ring to y'all, they kind of expect the married rules
Right.
Exactly.
Correct.
and kind of switch
1000.
up. They kind of switch up from the we love it dovey to the like I'm your dude now wooty woo,
Or
and
Right.
it
they don't.
buys
Right.
time. It buys time.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
know what I'm saying. So in
Right.
your case, like like I don't know, like, and then in his case, it's like, man, maybe she might switch up too. So you don't, man, you dropping 15 bands. If you dropping 15 bands, go and just get married the next day. If you gonna drop 15,000 on a
Exactly.
engagement ring, you need to get married the next month.
So
Correct.
Cupid, maybe he got that ring, but he still got a payment on that ring. And she got the ring. He got a
Uh-uh.
payment
Ooh,
on the ring.
ooh.
Now I'm paying for a ring that you
Oh
got
my
sitting
God.
in the jury box or that you go sell. Now I'm stuck with this used car note on this ring. Oh boy, I think
So
of my blood.
he
I feel my blood pressure going up. I
so
let me,
you saying he got it on layaway, George? He got the ring on layaway?
no, he put it on a credit card. He put it on his Amex. He put it on
Okay.
somewhere he left the store with it, but he got to pay Uncle Sam. He got to pay Caesar his
What's
money.
the
Not my
what's that new
problem,
app?
sir.
What's that new app they got where you can what is it called?
Zelle,
4K or
Afterpay.
Afterpay? That's what
Afterpay, that's crazy.
that's what he
that
got.
boy, that boy
Afterpay.
gonna be hot as fish grease. You done took his
Listen,
ring, and
listen. I'm gonna be
he's
hot.
still paying Zales for that.
I'm gonna be
Man,
hot.
every time he
Right.
make a payment, he gonna be so mad.
Bruh.
Oh,
Because it's still on her hand. So Nika, no, for real though, Nika, did you say that you were in this situation or that sort of kind of did that
Yes,
happen
that
to you?
happened to
Or
me. Yeah.
and so did the dude come back and say he wanted his ring back? Or no? He didn't. So
Getting
you
it back.
said
How
you
you
would
was gonna get
He
it back?
wasn't getting it back.
he wasn't getting it
Wow,
back. So
you
was there
Debo from Fridays.
all jokes aside, there was no way he was gonna get it back though. So that's
If
what you're
you took
saying?
me
No
to
way.
court, do you really think you would have got it back? It's a
Dang,
gift.
it's like that.
It's a gift. So
Ooh.
yes, you're right, Cupid. I'm going to teach my son. He's gonna buy a woman a moissanite that is a
She said
replica of
moissanite.
that is a replica of the ring that she probably would like,
Has the world
and
come
that's how
to
we're gonna
that
do
though,
it.
guys? Really? I mean, has the
That's
world come
brilliant,
to
bro. You need
has
to
the world
patent
come
that.
to we have to now teach our kids to plan ahead like that? Do we really have to
Absolutely.
do that? Because Cupid, what we was talking about earlier was how relationships are gone. Relationships, there
Mhm.
seem to be no more relationship. Women are now looking at the polyamorous, the sister wives, you paying me money. That's been the whole, premises
yeah,
of how relationships are. It's a vibe,
Mhm.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
different.
Situationships.
situation.
I tell my son just like that because he just got his first little girlfriend not too long
Yeah.
ago.
I
I
love.
tell him, I say, first of all, she got to be your best friend. If y'all can't go shoot
Exactly.
basketball, if y'all
Bingo.
can't go kick it, if y'all
Absolutely,
can't
brother.
joke, then
Absolutely.
she can't be your girlfriend. I like if she lets you fail
Exactly.
and make F's in any grade, you ain't got no good
Yep.
girlfriend. Y'all got to be on
Right.
top of that. So
Right.
I agree. I agree. It's crazy, but it take a level of compromise, man. Like for real. Like I learned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm remarried, but I was divorced, and when I was divorced, I didn't have no kind of understanding too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, like I'm out here trying to get this bag. Like man, you can't be bugging.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then I became a 30-something-year-old single guy celebrity, and I needed some rules,
Mm-hmm.
partner, because I couldn't be out
Mm-hmm.
me single
Mm-hmm.
running around these
Mm-hmm.
streets. It was bad. It was getting too bad, right?
Woo! I
Yeah.
understand.
So I'm going to what you were saying. You don't want to teach them kids to plan ahead, but you do got to tell them to
You
plan
do.
ahead.
You do.
Like,
You do.
like don't I,
Yeah.
you don't want to, like she was saying, like, get her a ring, but get something that's like, don't get nothing outlandish, because you could use that bread on something else later. You don't got to do all of
Right.
that. So that way the hit
Right.
not that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then people change. Even when the relationship good, people still got a way of changing,
Absolutely. Yep.
but
Correct.
I try to hang around a lot of cool people who really understand like the whole relationship thing, and I got a bunch of cool single friends too,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately at the end of the day, man, we f- we the OGs failed us, dog. Because
Yes.
when I was
Yes.
young, I used to watch House Party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
they doing in House Party? How many chicks they could bang up?
Yep.
Kid and
It's
Play was
all
running
day.
around, running them
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Every show that I
Yep.
watched on TV in the 90s, it was about how many chicks you could have. Dwayne Wayne, every
Yep.
every girl wanted Dwayne Wayne. Willie was fussing every week. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
when I was coming up, having a whole bunch of female was like what you were supposed to do. And
Mm-hmm.
now I just try
Mm-hmm.
to teach mine, like, go one at a time, and try to break that generational curse, because that's what we
Yeah,
was
man.
taught, dog. Like, for real,
That's
Yeah.
be
the
honest,
thing.
like, that's real,
Yeah. And
That's
you
real.
can't choose a good partner until you really know who you are. And as men, sometimes we don't know who we are. We know what we like to see, right? But we
Right.
don't know who we are. What makes us
facts.
like that chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Liking the same things.
Right.
Having some similar backgrounds and rearing systems that you go
Right.
through. We just kind of have this
True.
topical thing of choosing our mates, and it don't last, and it's too much work. Marriage and relationships are work, but when you
Right.
compromising all the time and you working hard all the time, it shouldn't be that hard, right?
It
So
shouldn't be.
you have to really, and I have to own that, right? I'm one of those people that have to own. At a point in my life, I didn't know where I was or who I was, but as
Right.
I've
Right.
come to be a divorced man and dating again, I know what to look for, right? If you don't like
Yeah.
this
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't like this and I like it, we probably not gonna work. We don't
Yeah.
have to
Right.
like
Yeah.
everything together, but if
Right.
cigars are the central figure of my life. We smoke cigars,
Right.
right? If cigar smoke
Right.
bothers you, we probably not gonna
No,
work
compatible.
out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Right.
saying? So
Right.
it's just being more aware and more conscious. And I don't think there are bad people that we were in relationships. I think there were bad decisions, right? So
Right.
good
Or
people, bad
Africa.
decisions. Yeah.
So, Nika, let me ask you a question because I'm curious. I'm really from, and I know you don't speak for all women, but just
No,
a
I
thought
don't.
process. Am I right or wrong? So,
Right.
from a woman's perspective, you guys can pick and choose on any day of the week. You can go out in these streets. You can say, "Hey, Joe, take me out on Wednesday. Hey, Sam, take me out on Thursday. Hey, you over there, take me out on Monday." And dudes be jolly on the spot right there for you. Ready to take you out because of who, they looking at the physical appearance and they're looking at you, they thinking, heck yes, I want to do it. All right. So, um, how or should I teach my son, and I don't want to misconstrue these guys because I don't want to teach him. I'm not trying to teach my son to be no player or anything like that. But I do want my son to have the ability to pick and choose, and I
What?
want him to
Pro-
pick and choose,
mhm.
properly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
what I think is, I don't think we were taught properly how to date on either side. You know what I mean? Because I think a
Wow,
lot of
that's
times
good.
we are
That's
led by
good.
lust more so. And
Boom. Boom.
going
I
back to
gave.
what George was saying,
Mm-hmm.
we weren't
Okay.
taught to, we were
Mm-hmm.
taught to date potential, or if he go to work and he could take care of home. And we
Okay.
even, like, I even had an aunt tell me, even if he cheat, long as he take care of home. And it's like, I had already
Dang.
made up in my mind that wasn't even an if, ands, or buts about it. Because if
Okay.
I'm not going to waste your time, you're not going to waste mine. But I
Yeah.
think what
Wow.
people need to learn how to do is to date. That doesn't mean you're going to sleep with every guy that takes you out to dinner. You're going to get to know that guy, because even if we all can say this, when you're in a relationship, whether you're married long term, you're constantly learning new things about your partner. You don't know
Right.
all of that
Right.
during the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon
Yes.
phase is just that, the honeymoon phase. So we
Right.
weren't taught how to properly date. And I think
Sure.
that's what we have to teach our
That's
children
true.
now. And I'm going to teach my daughter, you don't have to just, if you have a boyfriend or a guy friend, you can date. Because I hear women all the time, they're talking about, oh, yeah, that's my guy friend. They don't know what they are. You know what I mean? Because I tell a lot of clients too, because I'm a hairstylist, but I tell a lot of my clients, they're telling me that these men are talking to other women, and I tell them, so did y'all make it exclusive yet? Are y'all exclusive? Because if he never
Right.
said y'all were exclusive, what makes you think that that's your man?
Correct.
Right. Right.
Correct.
So why are you doing wifey duties for a man that's not even yours? You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So women, and I
Mhm.
think men too, they just don't know how to date, and
That's
we
deep.
gotta teach our
That's
children
deep.
that.
That's
Yeah.
deep.
And I think it's the mindset of ownership. Like we
Right.
treat relationships like I own you, you own me. So that's that statement. He's dating other women. Well, if you haven't come to a conclusion of commitment, and then when you do come to a conclusion of commitment, if you're not married, you're still single. Right.
Exactly, because
So
that's
right.
right.
So what is your expectation of what you're looking for? I think men might think in terms of multiplicity, and women might think in terms of oneness. Right. So if
Yeah.
we
Right.
dating, like nigga, you said in our first show, and it was funny as heck. You
Oh
was like,
God.
if we sleep together, we go together. Right.
Oh
Right.
God.
She said
Hold
one
up. I
time.
said
She said one
we.
time.
I said
One
we.
time. She
Right.
said me
But that's,
one
I
time.
mean, but that actually is a thing. Like, when did that
But
become a marital or committed situation? You got something out of it, I got something out of it. So why did you just charge me with a life sentence of something?
Right.
no, I think I really was being funny, but that
Oh,
just lets you know that no, seriously, I would talk to a couple of people, but you weren't getting in my panties that quick. You know what I mean? Like,
mhm.
I even had a guy that I was talking to for 2 years, and he would come and we would make out and everything, but you were not getting in my panties. Because I felt like my
What?
body is a temple, and yes, I'm able to do that.
So,
Two
I'm not
years.
doing it now, but when I was younger, yes.
so I got a question, a clarification question for the fellas that's out there. 2 years and nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Praise you.
You almost sent
Well,
that dude to the
no,
doggone
because
ER.
listen. No, listen.
2 years.
Nothing happened on my
Look at
end.
Cupid.
That's not to
Cupid is
say
like,
he wasn't.
I don't
No,
know.
hold up. Hold up, because you can
Tell
attest to
Cupid.
this.
Huh?
Nothing
Or the
happened
Cupid
on
Shuffle.
my end, but that does not mean he wasn't getting vagina from somewhere else.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
And
if you like a thing and you're into her, you're gonna continue. The chase is going to continue.
that's
Oh,
true.
it's
If
going
you
to continue.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's true.
That's a
1,000.
good
true.
point.
That's true.
You
That's
you
That's a
didn't
very
good,
give us
very
the
true.
good point.
caveat. You didn't tell us that
That's a good point.
I thought he was
That
That's
just kind
very
of
that
just
is true. That is
pining
very
away
true.
for you and just going
Yeah,
home walking like a
yeah.
cowboy every night after you left your house.
Okay.
With
nah, he
them,
was just calling the other
them
girl.
blue.
I'm about to
Going
come
over
over
to
your
Blue
house.
Ball Niggas. Man, you going over to Blue Ball Niggas house tonight? Yeah, I'm going to see what Blue Ball Niggas got going
Go
on
to the
this evening.
blue ball Nika
No,
house. Right.
listen,
Yeah,
I
man.
knew I was a prize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah. It's always, bro. It's always that one. It's always that one. We
Yeah,
as a man, we all got that one
that's
that
true.
we gon' yeah. We like
We will.
she'll hit you with the you know what? All right, all right. Like is
Right.
that you know
exactly.
And so
Right.
I'm with you on that. Totally.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
That turn
So
down even makes the hunt better, right?
Yeah.
I
correct.
always use
Mhm.
this
Correct.
analogy. You got to realize men are crazy enough to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, climb a tree, cover themselves in deer piss, and sit there 3 hours to get a shot at an elusive deer. That if they're off a fraction of an inch, they'll miss that deer, and they'll come back
Right.
down, go back
Uh-huh.
home, come back the next week. With the chase that we have is you can't even put a level of commitment to it.
But I do want to say something what Cupid said earlier. I pride myself in being a guy's best friend first. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times the guys, you can ask guys now that probably dated me back in the day, if they could, they would come back because we were friends first.
Ooh.
Best friends. I have that much confidence in myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
that's
that
good
yeah.
stuff.
that friend stuff is dope, man. Like if you got somebody that you rock with, like for
Yes,
real,
sir.
like, it's way different than, like she fine. I met her in the club. Now we
Yep.
we talking, but we ain't got if you my
Yeah.
round, my partner,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
home run.
It's a whole different thing when that's your partner, right? You can be like, that's my homie right there. That's my people, right? So that's a
Right.
good way to be.
So then I have
But
one more quick one then. So you mentioned you guys were talking about teaching your kids how to date. Um, and we touched on this earlier. Is dating still dating or is dating gone? Because again, as I touched on earlier, there are so many women out there that it's not like back in the day. I can have a relationship and we can go out to eat and then we're good. We can establish a friendship. We can establish, I can ask questions about you. Who's your family? Where your family from? The whole 9 yards. Now it's none of that. It's, hey, how you doing? What you gonna buy for me?
you got some
What's your
So
money?
IG?
it,
What's your
yeah,
IG?
what's your
What's your
IG?
IG?
Right.
What's your
What's your
IG?
TikTok? Right. And so all of that is now the premises of relationships. And is dating truly still there or is it gone, guys? Because I mean, how do you sift through that crap?
That
I think
social
it's there
media
for
make it
our
hard.
generation.
That
Yeah.
I'm
social
sorry.
media make it hard.
Yeah.
Exactly, Cupid.
No, you're
Exactly.
right. You're right, Cupid. It does. It makes it hard. I mean, it just opens up so many different options.
That's why
But
Cupid made
yeah.
his song so everybody can get on the dance floor and start gyrating on each
Yeah,
other.
just get
And
them out.
after they finish
Yeah.
gyrating,
Stop,
they
take a
can say,
dump,
you
dump,
know what? Let me
dump.
get your number. I'm gonna get yours too. And
Right.
then that's how it's gonna go
Yeah.
down.
Especially when they add some steps to it. The guru
Yeah.
has some
Right.
steps on it. He's spinning. She's like,
You
oh,
gotta let
like
them
the other,
think on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
A
yeah.
man that can dance could possibly get down with the tool in his pants.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
That
Right.
part.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, Cupid,
Cool.
I want to say thank you so much for
So
taking out
much.
time in your
This was dope.
evening to come on our
This is dope.
podcast, and I'm very glad that we were able to give you the platform because I did go down that rabbit hole and I saw your
Yeah.
post about wanting to get on the platform and speak your truth and being the king of line dance, and you wanted it to come out more and more artists to be recognized for their
Right.
artistry in whatever lane that they're in. So I would want to know, what would you tell that person that is stuck and trying to create their own lane? What inspiration would you give to them, or what would you tell them?
That's a good
I
one.
would tell them, and my quote to myself is, the only way you fail is if you quit. I guess the only
Okay.
way you truly fail. So if you just pound
True.
the pavement, if you teach flex to 100 people a month, if you go out and you show them the cookout, if you want people to hear you, and you get your guitar out and you go play downtown and you make your TikTok videos, if you keep doing
Mm-hmm.
that, eventually you're going to reach an audience. And I tell
That's true.
people,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's 1,000,000 or 1,000, it's your fans, and that's
Right.
Mm-hmm.
ultimately the goal. So don't get the blurred lines about, I gotta have a platinum record, I gotta be this, that. As long as you
Right.
got people listening to you, you win it.
That's
That's
true.
it.
And keep God
That's it.
first.
Keep
Thank
Oh
you
God
man.
first.
so much.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Man, thank you,
That's
brother.
it.
We so
Brother,
appreciate
Thank
you,
you
man.
so
We are
much.
so glad that you were
thank
able to
you
come on and we
so
gave you this
much.
platform. Anytime you want to come on, you got a home right here.
Thank
This
you,
is
man. And
this.
look, and block y'all
Anytime.
schedules off. February 9th. Y'all gotta come pull up on me.
We're gonna be there.
We will, brother.
We're gonna be there.
Oh yeah.